bro, all this time is funny. All this time I'm talking, I didn't realize that I was mute. What? I went on a rant. I went on this rant, man. I went on this rant, not realizing that I'm mute, which is kind of crazy, right? That's actually crazy. I went on this long, godforsaken rant on. That was like what? 11 minutes? That's crazy. Maybe not. It wasn't 11 minutes, but I was ranting for a while there, which is kind of crazy. And I'm on mute, right? Ridiculous. And I'm definitely not going to do that spill again. Whatever. It's whatever, you know? But it was an amazing rant. It's just that you guys missed it. But maybe you'll catch it in the other time that I go live, right? But guess what? We want to start the show because that rant could possible, and this might be ego of me, could have possible helped someone. That amazing rant that I was on, right? But you know, it could have pointed the way back to the Father, and let the teacher that Jesus said he was gonna send to help his disciple, and that same teacher is inside of us, right? Jesus said, I'm not gonna leave you as orphans, right? I'm not gonna leave you as an orphan. I'm going back to the Father to prepare the rooms for you, because my Father has plenty of rooms, right? Plenty of rooms, and he's going there to get it prepared for you, right? And he's not leaving you as orphanage. He's sending back a teacher. He's sending back a teacher, you know, to help you, right? That's what he said, right? And that teacher is inside all of us. Unfortunately, we were taught how to think. Unfortunately, you know, and this, I'm not sad. I'm not mad about it. Unfortunately, the world has corrupt you to think and impose knowledge onto you, and you think because you read a book and you have all of this knowledge, you know, you think because you read this book you have all of this knowledge, you're a king. You can think on your own, you can make your own decisions, you can do all of these great things, and yet when you go to bed or when you're alone, you cry at night. Because all this knowledge, what does it do for you? Nothing. It makes you seem smart in front of your friends, in front of your family, because you want to impress them. Showcase personality, the showcase personality you're displaying. Because when you're alone at night, when you're in your bed alone, you're miserable, you're crying, you're in hell. Because all of these things that you're accumulating, the wealth, the car, the money, these pretty women, the sex, all of it, just a cover up of the pain you're trying to run away from. You're trying to run away from yourself. And how can you run away from the evil self that you have identified that is inside of you? How can you do that? Please tell me. You can't. You can't, right? You can't. So you get all of this. You get all of these things and do all of these adventurous and when you're and you do all of these things trying to escape it, and when it's over, when all is over, you're right back into hell. You're right back into hell because you're home alone. You can't be by yourself. You have to distract yourself because the so-called things now, you get depressed, anxiety. You have to call up your friend on the phone. You have to do all of these things, right? Because that is distracting you from dealing with the hell that is inside of you. Because you're trying to run away from it, right? But how can you when it's everlasting and with you, right? And that, guess what that is? The mind, right? The mind is a terrible thing. It's a terrible thing. The mind is so evil. It's ridiculous how evil the mind is, because you're gonna you're gonna you're gonna argue with it, you're gonna make plans with it, and it's only setting you up to let you down. First of all, it sets you up so you feel good about yourself. Because you have this great idea, you feel good about yourself, set you up, you feel good about it, right? Because it's gonna work, right? Your idea is gonna work. Listening to thoughts, imagination, right? Set you up just so it can let you down, so it laugh at you, so you judge yourself and then feel bad about yourself. And when you feel bad about yourself, you're right back into hell. You're separated from God, right? You're separated from God. So that, if that's not a setup, I don't know what that is, right? Remember, God said, oh, what's up, man? All is well. All is well. Hello, brother. I hope you're well. Thanks, man. All is well. All is well, bro. You know, and you know, God said, well, Jesus, which was the will of God, right? God gave him these, would I say knowledge? Not really, because knowledge is a fruit. Knowledge is the tree of all evil, right? But God gave him this awareness, you know, a way to see, right? And Jesus imposed this onto us and tell us, like, listen, God says, your thoughts are not my thoughts. Your ways are not my ways, right? All of those things, but yet to this day, we listen to our thoughts, we listen to our imagination, we want to do it our way, because our way is right? Wrong. Your way is of evil. It's of the devil, right? The devil that is the devil that you're serving, and you have no idea that you're serving evil, and you're calling it God. You're calling the devil God. Beware of those who call good evil and evil good. Be very aware of them, because they can't see it. You know, they can't see, and you're not supposed to judge them. You're just out of everything, seek understanding. And understanding is wisdom from God. And it's so amazing when you get understanding. It's ridiculous, you know. Not ridiculous in a bad way, but it's amazing, right? And I got a clip here to show you, man. This clip, oh Lord, this one is one for the books, right? This one is one for the books. Oh, nice. So nice. I got a debate coming up this Saturday at 2 p.m. I like this guy, even though I wish him well. Man. But he's beyond help at this point. And I'm saying that knowing that I can't help anyone. Just like, oh, Jesus, no, he can't help anyone. You can just point the way to the Father. And it's on the person to get there, right? You really can't help anyone. But man, we got a couple of clips here, man. Ooh, this one is spicy, right? Because let me just pull it up, because it's an interesting clip, right? So our first clip of the day, right? There's this Christian pastor, our school teacher. Breaking news: Christian school teacher, Enoch Burke sentenced, Enoch Burke sentenced to life in prison for transphobia, right? For transphobia, which is ridiculous. Ridiculous. Let's play this clip. Can I zoom in on it, actually? Oh, it came out small. I guess that's as big as it's gonna get. You black. Okay. Wait, did I delete the link? Hold up. Oh. Jesse. Shout out to Jesse, man. Shout out. I shouldn't be having my messages up here, but whatever. Where is it? Right here. So, man, this is ridiculous, right? This is ridiculous.
Those with your orders are ready for collection. Okay. This is Enoch Burke.
So, Eon.
Those with your orders are ready for collection. Okay. This is Enoch Burke, the teacher who has refused to deny his Christian belief and
Is that how you spell Eon? Wait, like what?
bow to transgender ideology.
Wait, I'm tripping, right?
Those with your orders are ready for collection. Okay. This is Enoch Burke, the teacher who has refused to deny his Christian belief and bow to transgender ideology. We're here at the Four Courts again in Dublin, where Enoch's case was again before Mr. Justice Brian Cregan. And he had a number of matters to deal with today in relation to the case. But at the beginning, he said, if any member of the Burke family so much as speaks, they will be removed by Gardaí. So this is the situation we are in. Lies are being told from the bench. Enoch Burke, his name blackened, the Constitution set at naught, the law disregarded, and if a person so much as speaks a word, they will be removed by a battalion of Gardaí.
Judge Cregan today has given us a new version of the Constitution regarding religious freedom. He said if Enoch Burke practiced his Christian belief outside the gate, this would never have happened. He said it 3 times today. So he is telling us you can have your religious belief outside the gate. But you know, that's not what the Constitution tells us. It tells us that we have a constitutional right to the free practice and profession of our religious belief in our school, in our job, in our shop, wherever we are, not according to this perverted idea and judgment of Judge Cregan.
Wait, I'm confused. Maybe I missed some stuff here because I'm just trying to understand what's happening here, right? All right. So apparently this, so this guy's a school teacher, right? School teacher. The Irish teacher will now spend the rest of his life behind bars, with his only hope of release resting on the last ditch legal challenge, right? So I thought, okay, so those guys were his lawyers, right? His lawyers. So he practiced his religious belief in the school, in the surrounding of the school, right? In the surrounding of the school, right? Let's watch it again, just to make sure, right?
Those with your orders are ready for collection. Okay. This is Enoch Burke, the teacher who has refused to deny his Christian belief and bow to transgender ideology. We're here at the Four Courts again in Dublin, where Enoch's case was again before Mr. Justice Brian Cregan. And he had a number of matters to deal with today in relation to the case. But at the beginning, he said, if any member of the Burke family so much as speaks, they will be removed by Gardaí. So this is the situation we are
If any, in the court. Okay.
we're in. Lies are being told from the bench. Enoch Burke, his name blackened, the Constitution set at naught, the law disregarded, and if a person so much as speaks a word, they will be removed by a battalion of Gardaí.
Judge Cregan today has given us a new version of the Constitution regarding religious freedom. He said if Enoch Burke practiced his Christian belief outside the gate, this would never have happened. He said it 3 times today. So he is telling us you can have your religious belief outside the gate. But you know, that's not what the Constitution tells us. It tells us that we have a constitution.
When he says outside the gate, are you talking about in the courtroom or at the school? I'm confused on that part, right?
Right to the free practice and profession of our religious belief in our school, in our job, in our shop, wherever we are.
Okay, so it seems like he's talking about at school. right?
not according to this perverted idea and judgment of Judge Cregan.
Okay. Let's touch on what's happening here, right? This guy's getting arrested for having his belief in Christ, his religion, Christianity, right? Because God and Jesus is not in Christianity, but for communication purposes, right? Okay, for his belief in Christianity and he's not gonna bow to this crazy thing that they want him to denounce his beliefs, right? His beliefs, right? But the thing is with this situation, right? This situation, we have to understand that. But guess what they want in school? Transgenders' belief. They want transgender beliefs in school. So what does that tell us? We're dealing with evil people here. We're dealing with evil people. And most of the world is evil, right? Most of the world is evil. And that's how you discern and you figure out how to move when you're dealing with evil people, right? Because if you don't judge them, you'll actually have a perfect way of dealing with them. Just like how Jesus deal with people in general. You deal with people with love. You rebuke them with love. Jesus is so amazing. It blows my mind when I actually think about it, because he wasn't attacking them or trying to change them. He was showing them a way, and it's up to them to learn and listen and understand and work on themselves to find that way that he's showing them, right? But guess what? We don't as the school said, right? This is the report. We don't want your Christ and Christian belief in the school. But you know what we will accept? This is what we will accept. Transgenderism. Because that's popular. So what this is telling me that, and this is in Ireland, it says an Irish teacher, or is it in the UK? Not too sure where this news is coming from, right? Is there a way to see where this is coming from? Prosecute, manner, evil. It doesn't say, right? It doesn't say. But they accept evil. The world of accept evil. They want your children, and the devil has demanded all of us. Like Christ said, the devil has demanded all of us, and he demands to have you. But Christ has made a way for us. Just like when he said to his disciple, he came for his people, the Jewish people, but they denounce him, they reject him. And then he invited everyone to the table to eat. But are you going to go to the table and eat? I don't know. That's up to you, right? That's up to you. And only you can make that. I mean, you can't really make that decision, because realistically, Christ chooses you. You don't choose him. He chooses you. So I'm just saying, man, right? So this tells me the world accept evil. And that's all this is, right? And to show you what I'm talking about, right? I have a clip from my actual channel that I'm gonna pull up, because it's ridiculous. It just goes right into sync with this video. When I saw it today, and I'm like, whoa, this reminds me of a clip I have, right? So let me find it real quick. Shorts. It's a short.
You are saying that you are leaving us.
No, not that one. Not that one. Ah.
I still don't understand. You talked about leaving us, telling us to be.
Ooh, it might be this. I might be mistaken. But it might be this. It might be this one.
Prepared, but that you'll give us.
can I just want you guys to see the context of this clip. Okay. Right. We're gonna turn this one up. Alright, here we go.
As a helper, why not stay, Rabbi? Why do we need all? I still don't understand. You've talked about leaving us, telling us to be prepared, but then you'll give us a helper. Why not stay, Rabbi? Why do we need all this when we have you?
You will all fall away because of me tonight.
You know, it's the wrong clip.
What?
No, it's
As Zechariah said, I will strike the shepherd, and
wrong clip. Yo, what the? Okay, where's the clip, man? When I said look above, I think, okay, when I said
Will you-
look up. What the? Complicated business, folks. Complicated business.
will you lay down your life for me?
Not that one. Complicated business. Oh, here we go. Bro, it's in the title.
Still don't understand.
Wait, no. Am I tripping?
Before you to Galilee.
It is the clip. What the? I'm tripping, right? And I'm not even on crack or cocaine. Don't do drugs, kids. It's bad for you. That's hilarious. I had to put that in there. What's wrong with this light, man? Okay, let's try this.
I still don't understand. You've talked about leaving us, telling us to be prepared, but then you'll give us a helper. Why not stay, Rabbi? Why do we need all this when we have you?
You will all fall away because of me tonight. What? As Zechariah said, I will strike the shepherd, and the sheep of the flock will be scattered. But after I am raised up, I will go before you to Galilee.
Even if they all fall away from you, I will never fall away.
Simon, Simon, behold, Satan demanded to have all of you, that he might sift you like wheat. But I have prayed for you specifically, that your faith may not fail. And when you have returned, strengthen your brothers.
I
still grabbed the wrong clip. There's no way. But that was somewhat a part of it, right? Somewhat. Bro, where's the clip, bro? I should have put it in my package today. I should have put it in my package today.
I don't know what you're talking about. Satan wants to...
Not that one.
Will you lay down your life for me?
Bro, where's the clip? No. I can't believe I can't find the clip.
Where
773. Then we go to Canada.
Wait, what?
I have another. These people desire.
I can't believe I can't find the clip. Wait, let me look in my Instagram. It's probably better on my Instagram. There's no way. Okay, I think it's better on my Instagram.
Follow me now. But afterward, you will follow. After what?
When?
Let not your hearts be troubled. In my Father's house there are many.
Not that one.
You are saying that you are leaving us, and where you go, you cannot come. But exactly when?
In the meantime, how will we know what to do without you?
I am not leaving you as orphans. I am sending you a helper to be with you forever. The whole.
Not that one.
I don't know what you're talking about. Satan wants to sift us and all that. But I swear to you on my Ima's grave, I'm ready to go with you, both to prison and to death.
I'm giving you all these warnings about.
Not that one.
I still don't understand. You talked about leaving us, telling us to be prepared.
Bro, there's no way. Where's the clip? I literally look at the clip today saying, oh, this is actually a good clip to reference this.
Where I'm going, you cannot follow me now. But afterward.
He said, remember
I have said this before. Why?
Remember when I send you out 2 by 2? Back then, it was simple. Back then, our ministry was growing. Back then, you were ministering to our own people. But now, the world have refused me. Now the world has rejected me.
Rabbi Shmuel,
Now the world has rejected me. Now when you go, bring a money bag or something along those lines, right? Bring a money bag, bring a sword, but above all, am I tripping, man?
remember when I sent you out 2 by 2?
Oh, no way. It's the first. I'm tripping. I am tripping. It was actually the first clip. So let me try and find it on.
Will you lay down your life for me?
Can it expand? Okay, I found it, guys. I found it. Be patient with me.
Will you lay down?
Be patient with me. Be patient with me here.
Will you lay down your life for me? Remember when I sent you out
Here
2
we
by
go.
2?
Took me a minute,
Will
but I
you
found
lay
it.
down your life for me? Remember when I sent you out 2 by 2? I told you to take no money bag or knapsack or sandals. Did you lack anything?
Nothing.
Nothing. But it was far easier then. You were serving your own people. Our ministry was growing and there was little resistance. From now on, it will be different. You will be going into a hostile world. The nation has rejected me, and now they will reject you because you are not of the world. Because I chose you out of the world. The world now hates you. If you have a money bag, bring it, a knapsack. And if you don't have a sword, sell your cloak and buy one. My point is that you should be prepared for hostility and persecution. But ultimately, your protection will come from above. Will you?
Yo, that's so deep. That is so deep. When you understand, it will make you want to slap your mama, right? It's deep. It's deep, man. It's ridiculous, right? That the world has rejected Jesus, the only begotten Son sent by God to. He died. He came and died for our sins, right? Show us how to die for our sins, right? And most people think Jesus dying on the cross is dying for our sins, but that's actually when he told the Pharisees to destroy this temple. He was picking off his body. His body is the temple. His body is an actual temple that the Spirit, made a home in, because you are not your body. Body's just a vehicle for you to drive and get around in, right? People are, oh, Jesus died on the cross for you. The Pharisees started that. I mean, yeah, his body died. He didn't die, right? Because the actual death is the death of illusion. That is the death that he came to show us to die from. And a lot of people don't know that. I didn't know it. And that's why I understand when I deal with people when they get angry and frustrated, and because they can't help themselves. They literally cannot help themselves because they're being controlled by evil. They're literally possessed by evil spirits. But it's crazy to see. And it's interesting when you have to deal with that. Because in the end, he says, remember, above all, your protection comes from above. And that is the protection, the awareness, the wisdom that is bestilled on you for you to, even though these people are angry and mad at you, you still treat them with love. And I'm not talking about the mushy kind of love. Rebuke them right in front of their face, but they won't understand it, but you're rebuking the spirit in them. And you will laugh and they will laugh. It's so interesting, right? Because they're not themselves. That's why when they crucify him on the cross, he said, Father, forgive them. They know not what they do. Because they literally don't know what they're doing. Right? It's ridiculous. And that's not me giving them a how to say, oh, they crucified Jesus. They should know that they're doing wrong. Yes, it's in their heart. But when you have lived in your mind and imagination for so long, how do you know? How do you know to be free? You really don't know, right? You really don't know. And I want to touch on interesting. I want to touch on. Should I play that clip right away? How do I want to do this? Interesting. Before I do that, let's watch this clip because I think this is interesting. Right? This is an interesting clip. This was a week ago? This was a week ago? There's no way. I mean, I wasn't able to go live for a minute. It's Fox News. Trump is this one. I wasn't able to go live because my PC wasn't. Well, it's not the PC. It's something was wrong with OBS. I wasn't able to go live. YouTube. Right? I wasn't able to go live. So I missed like a couple of days of going live. But now we're back better than ever. Right? Right? If there's such a thing. Right? So let's watch this. This is interesting.
In a monstrous ambush-style attack just steps away from the White House. They'd been deputized as part of the most successful public safety and national security mission in the history of our nation's capital, the D.C. Safe and Beautiful Task Force, which has achieved an unprecedented reduction in violent crime and crimes of all type. This heinous assault was an act of evil, an act of hatred, and an act of terror. It was a crime against our entire nation. It was a crime against humanity. The hearts of all Americans tonight are with those two members of the West Virginia National Guard and their families. The love of our entire country is pouring out for them, and we are lifting them up in our prayers. As we are filled with anguish and grief for those who were shot, we're also filled with righteous anger and ferocious resolve. As
interesting that Trump says righteous anger.
President of the United States.
I didn't even realize he said this in this clip. That's amazing. What the? Righteous anger. A lot of people don't know what righteous anger is.
United States, I am determined to ensure that the animal who perpetrated this atrocity pays the steepest possible price. I can report tonight that based on the best available information, the Department of Homeland Security is confident that the suspect in custody is a foreigner who entered our country from Afghanistan, a hellhole on earth. He was flown in by the Biden administration in September 2021 on those infamous flights that everybody was talking about. Nobody knew who was coming in. Nobody knew anything about it. His status was extended under legislation signed by President Biden, a disastrous president, the worst in the history of our country. This attack underscores the single greatest national security threat facing our nation. The last administration let in 20 million unknown and unvetted foreigners from all over the world, from places that you don't want to even know about. No country can tolerate such a risk to our very survival. An example is Minnesota, where hundreds of thousands of Somalians are
Minnesota.
ripping off our country and ripping apart that once great state. Billions of dollars are lost, and gangs of Somalians come from a country that doesn't even
Shout out to Brandon in the chat, man. What the?
have a government, no laws, no water, no military, no nothing. As their representatives in our country preach to us about our Constitution and how our country is no good. We're not going to put up with these kind
Bro, that's kind of ridiculous, right? Out there here saying our country is no good, but they won't leave.
of assaults on law and order
What
by
a
people
mess.
who shouldn't even be in our country. We must now re-examine every single alien who has entered our country from Afghanistan under Biden, and we must take all necessary measures to ensure the removal of any alien from any country who does not belong here or add benefit to our country. If they can't love our country, we don't want them. America will never bend and never yield in the face of terror. And at the same time, we will not be deterred from the mission these service members were so nobly fulfilling. That is why tonight I can announce that I have directed the Department of War to mobilize an additional 500 troops to help protect our capital city. We will make America totally safe again, and we will bring the perpetrator of this barbaric attack to swift and certain justice if the bullets going in the opposite direction haven't already done that. During this time of the year, when we gather at home with loved ones, these two patriots were wearing the uniform of our country, patrolling the streets of our capital. They had taken a selfless oath to defend our nation against all enemies, foreign and domestic. And that is exactly what they were doing when they were gunned down in a savage attack. I want to express my extraordinary gratitude to every member of the United States military who is deployed tonight, at home and abroad. I also want to thank the Secret Service and the D.C. Metropolitan Police Department for their work today. This Thanksgiving, I ask every family to say a prayer for the two great heroes who were so horribly shot, and for their loved ones. Please say a prayer. May God bless them and comfort them, and may God bless and protect the United States of America. Thank you and good night.
Interesting. I mean, listen, man. America better be glad Trump is a president. That's all I have to say. You know, because things have been going crazy for a long time, right? These people you let in the country, they don't love America. They actually hate you. And you, America, has no love for them. Because if America has love for them, we would actually treat these people right? We'll actually treat them right. Okay, we gotta I think it might be similar clip, but let's see. It might be a similar clip, but we're gonna find out in a moment.
Sergeant Andrew.
This is a different clip. These are the two people, right?
President Trump just announcing the death of one of the National Guard members shot near the White House. Army Specialist Sarah Beckstrom was just 20 years old. 24-year-old Air Force Staff.
She's 20? Interesting.
Staff Sergeant Andrew Wolf is in critical condition. Authorities say the 29-year-old suspect, an Afghan national, drove from Washington state and targeted the Guard members. Multiple law enforcement agencies, including the FBI and ATF, are investigating this as a possible act of terrorism. Sources say the suspect, seen here being loaded into an ambulance, worked with a CIA-backed paramilitary group during the war in Afghanistan. He immigrated to the U.S. in 2021. The suspect is now facing death penalty charges. Wolf's family is asking for prayers. ABC's Jay O'Brien leads us off.
Tonight, these chilling images obtained by the Wall Street Journal capturing the moments a gunman, who officials say drove across the country from his home in Washington state, ambushed 2 National Guardsmen in the heart of the nation's capital. 29-year-old Ramanullah Lakanwal, an Afghan national now identified as the lone suspect.
You picked the wrong target, the wrong city, and the wrong country, and you will be sorry for the violence and the evil that you perpetrated in our nation's capital.
Officials say the gunman was armed with a .357 revolver, ambushing the 2 guardsmen outside a busy metro stop.
This pane of glass was shattered in the gunfire. Glass was everywhere here, and as those shots rang out, other guardsmen in the area rushed to this scene, and one of them, officials say, shooting and wounding the suspect.
That alleged gunman then restrained and loaded into an ambulance. Those 2 guardsmen, 24-year-old Air Force Staff Sergeant Andrew Wolf and 20-year-old Army Specialist Sarah Beckstrom, members of the West Virginia National Guard, quickly rushed to the hospital for surgery. And late today, in a call with members of the military, President Trump announcing that Specialist Sarah Beckstrom had died.
She's just passed away. She's no longer with us.
Beckstrom's father posting on Facebook saying, "My baby girl has passed to glory." The White House confirming President Trump has spoken with the family. The family of Staff Sergeant Andrew Wolf telling the New York Times they are asking for prayers.
Their families' lives are all changed forever because one person decided to do this horrific and evil thing.
The governor of West Virginia rushing to D.C. to visit the guardsmen and their families, describing the scene at the hospital.
When you saw the number of people outside of these rooms, people were praying for the families just to give them strength.
And tonight, the investigation intensifying. Officials saying the suspect had been living with his wife and 5 children in Bellingham, Washington. The FBI executing searches at his home, investigating this as a possible act of terrorism.
We will not stop until we interview anyone and everyone associated with the subject, the house, and every piece of his life.
Sources familiar with the investigation tell ABC News Lakanwal was a highly trained and trusted member of an elite Afghan counterterrorism force called the Zero Units, partnering with U.S. Special Forces and the CIA during the war in Afghanistan. He came to the U.S. in 2021 under a Biden-era program evacuating Afghan refugees during the chaotic withdrawal of U.S. forces. Sources tell ABC News the suspect was formally granted asylum this April under the Trump administration.
And Lindsay, we're learning another tragic detail tonight. Those 2 guardsmen shot here at this metro station. Staff Sergeant Wolf and Specialist Beckstrom were given the option to end their deployment early as of last week. And instead, they, along with more than 150 of their comrades, volunteered to extend their deployment, their service here in Washington, D.C., until the end of the year. Lindsay.
A testament to their sense of duty, Jay. Thank you.
Last week. And
shout out my condolence to the family, you know? This is just a tragic story, man. Tragic. But what would cause a person to drove all the way to DC and kill these people? Evil. The devil. Satan. The God that he served, which is emotions. And emotions are evil because you get angry and that same anger tell you what to do. You get upset. Isn't it ridiculous to look how ridiculous it is. Look at yourself and pay attention to when you get angry. Look how crazy you get, right? Look how crazy you get and you do dumb stuff and then at the end of the day end up regretting it. And then you judge yourself for it, right? Look how stupid you get when you get angry, right? It leads you to do dumb things. It leads you to react stupid, right? And that is what is controlling you. Evil. Nothing but evil. Evil. And that's most people for you. And I have a clip. I have an example for it. But it's coming up soon. I got an example for it, man. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Right? But I want you to check this clip out. This clip is actually more ridiculous, I think. Which account am I under this one? Oh man, this bitch is crazy. Is it this one? No. Let me grab the notes for it. Oh, I remember where this clip is. I remember. I totally remember exactly where it is. Here we go. And we're looking at it. It's at 139 timestamp. 139. 139. 1 hour and 39 minutes. Is it the wrong clip I'm looking at? So it's Monday. No, not this one. 27. Might be this one. 10 days ago. Yes. No. Complicated business, folks. See if I can grab the full thing of this and just search it. Oh, that one is 3 hours. No, it's not that one.
I don't think there's anything going to get me in heaven. Okay.
Okay, we may have to move on from that clip because I can't find exactly where it is now. I know it's somewhere here, but there's so much videos to go through. Okay, let me see if I can just check one more time. One more time. Not that one.
All relationship suffers.
Ah, here we go. Found it.
According to the report. You should hear this wicked. The gates of evil guard. The gates of hell is in Israel. Y'all know that? It's a city there, old city. It's gone now, but it's old town, where you can go to the gates of hell, but it's like a cave. And it's so dark. It's not like sunshine dark, when the sun gone down in the dark that we deal with on earth, it's a different dark in Israel. And remember Christ said the gates of hell shall not prevail? He was at that location talking about that. This is why you got to go to Israel. I love Israel. You got to go to Israel, walk through the Bible. So the gates of hell is in Israel, and I believe Jasmine Crockett is down in the cave there of gates of hell, trying to pull everybody down there with her. This is from, so you got to go to Israel. Especially the Christians who read the Bible and say they love Jesus. Go to where he walked. Anyway, this is from Grok. Here's a clip from Jasmine Crockett, a speech at a November 25, 2025 Democratic shadow hearing criticizing Trump ICE raid plan. What's this from Midas Touch? What's this?
This is not the best of America. I know someone promised that they would make America great. I am telling you that they are doing just the opposite. I am telling you that we are a land of immigrants. It is time to do immigration right. It is time to make sure that we live up to the promise of this country. The idea that someone ran and said that I will get rid of the bad guys, yet we know more than 50% of the people that are currently being detained in custody have no criminal records at all. Zero, nada. So tell me why you are taking those people out of their communities. They are our neighbors, they are our friends, and frankly, they contribute to the fabric of this country. They are what make this country great, not your thuggish ICE agents.
This bitch is crazy, right? This bitch is crazy. We need to do it right by immigrants. This country is a country of immigrants. We need to start doing it right by them. No, this country was built by white people. They don't owe you anything. They really don't owe you anything. And she's sitting up here talking about these immigrants, you know. And she's not talking about the ones that come here legally. She's really talking about all immigrants, right? She's not talking about the one that come here illegally and legal, right? Because there are people that came in this country legal, right? But those people that come in the country legal, are they for America? Are they for Canada? That's a big question, right? Because they come here, they only want to use the country for their resources and use the white people, and they hate the white people. They have no love for you, right? None. Nada, like she said. And all these immigrants that she's saying Trump is throwing in jail because they're illegal, dummy. They committed a crime, dummy. You stupid. They committed a crime. They came through illegally. Like, are you awake? Are you asleep? I mean, she's asleep. We know that, right? And they're committing crime, act of violence. We just have a guy. These Muslim people too. They're crazy, right? They're literally crazy because they have no love for American people. They blame you for the war that is happening in their country. And they judge you and they hate you for it. And they're not realizing that they're controlled by evil. Just like how Jasmine Crockett is controlled by evil. She wants these illegal immigrants to stay in the country. She wants that because they're going to vote for her to keep her in power because she's saying all the nice stuff you want to hear. She's saying all the good stuff to make you feel good. She's saying all this mama stuff to make you feel good because you think, because you feel good and you want to take care of these people, you think that makes you a good person. you're actually an evil person. There's really nothing good about you. No man or woman is good, right? There's nothing good about you. Name me one thing that's good about you. Nothing, right? Right? And she wants to continue to be your leader. What an evil woman. She doesn't want you to be free. She wants to keep having the illegals here, so they create crime and create problems, so you keep voting her in to make it seem like she's going to help you and protect you, right? She wants to do that. She wants you to think that. She wants you to think that. I'm protecting you. Vote for me and I'll set you free. People moving in, people moving out, just because of the color of the skin. Run. And you guys want a leader, and a leader you shall get. Isn't the order God, Christ in man? Isn't that the order? But yet you out here, you want a female, you want the devil's daughter to lead you. You want evil to lead you, because evil makes you feel good. Because the world love their own. Evil love their own. And that's what I'm seeing here. Just evil. All around. All around. It's evil. And this chick is crazy. You want a leader and it's a woman leader. Bro, that's crazy, right? Right? And watch this. Watch this. Which one should I play first? Trump doubles down in Somalia in Minnesota, or let's touch on another immigrant.
And they also sent drugs.
We got another immigrant here. How long is this clip? 4 minutes. We can chill and watch this.
And they also sent drugs. Yeah.
On Tim Walz, Mr. President, do you think he should resign over the fraud scandal in his state?
And who should?
Tim Walz, over the fraud scandal in his state.
Look, I think the man's a grossly incompetent man. I thought that from the day I watched J.D. destroy him in the debate. I was saying, who was more incompetent, that man or my man? I had a man and he had a man. They were both incompetent, and I had a man and a woman. I thought she was very incompetent too, but now she's leading the field, and I think she's leading the field in this, for the nomination. Anyway, look, that's up to them. That's up to the Democrats. You know, the problem with them is they have really bad policy. And I'm not going to say what it is because I don't want them to change it necessarily. Because I want to run against it, whether it's not going to be me, it's going to be somebody that's going to probably sitting at this table. Could be a couple of people sitting at this table. Could be a couple of people running together sitting at this table, you know? But I want them to win because we've done a great job for this country, and I want that to be carried forward. And, you know, I think we have a tremendous bench, really a tremendous bench. But, no, I think that Walz is a grossly incompetent man. There's something wrong with him, okay? There's something wrong with him. And when you look at what he's done with Somalia, which is barely a country, you know, they have no anything. They just run around killing each other. There's no structure. And when I see,
Hold
know,
on.
they have no.
Hold on. Let me do something real quick because I'm pretty sure I'm going to put this in, make this a clip. All right. I'm pretty sure I'm going to make this a clip. So here we go.
They have no anything. They just run around killing each other. There's no structure. And when I see somebody like Ilhan Omar, who I don't know at all, but I always watch her for years. I've watched her come here with Somalia. Okay, there's something wrong with him. And when you look at what he's done with Somalia, which is barely a country, you know, they have no anything. They just run around killing each other. There's no structure. And when I see somebody like Ilhan Omar, who I don't know at all, but I always watch her for years. I've watched her complain about our Constitution, how she's being treated badly. Our Constitution, the United States of America, is a bad place. Hates everybody, hates Jewish people, hates everybody. And I think she's an incompetent person. She's a real terrible person. But when I watch what is happening in Minnesota, the land of 1,000 lakes, or however many lakes they have, they got a lot of lakes. But this beautiful place, And I see these people ripping it off. And now I'm understanding, and you're going to look into that, Scott. I hear they ripped off Somalians, ripped off that state for billions of dollars, billions, every year, billions of dollars, and they contribute nothing. The welfare is like 88%. They contribute nothing.
Is that true? 88% the welfare. That's crazy.
I don't want them in our country, I'll be honest with you, okay? Somebody would say, oh, that's not politically correct. I don't care. I don't want them in our country. Their country's no good for a reason. Their country stinks, and we don't want them in our country. I could say that about other countries, too. I can say it about other countries, too. We don't want them to hell. We have to rebuild our country. You know, our country's at a tipping point. We could go bad. We're at a tipping point. I don't know if people mind me saying that, but I'm saying it. We could go one way or the other, and we're going to go the wrong way if we keep taking in garbage into our country. Ilhan Omar is garbage. She's garbage. Her friends are garbage. These aren't people that work. These aren't people that say, let's go, come on, let's make this place great. These are people that do nothing but complain.
They're just here to take, and they're entitled to it, right? They feel entitled to it.
They complain, and from where they came from, they got nothing. You know, they came from paradise, and they said, this isn't paradise. But when they come from hell, and they complain, and do nothing but bitch, we don't want them in our country. Let them go back to where they came from and fix it. Thank you very much, everybody.
Man, I can't even say anything about that. Trump hit it on the head, man. Let them go back to their country. They have nothing to contribute than just come and take. And they feel entitled to American taxpayer dollars. It's ridiculous. Which is ridiculous. Right?
Mayor of
Let's check this clip out. Is it that big?
Minneapolis, Jacob Frey, is saying.
Hold on. Where is it?
Mayor of Minneapolis, Jacob Frey, is saying that he's actually proud to have the largest Somali community in the country, and his police chief.
Well, then he's a fool.
Well, his police chief is also
I
saying
wouldn't be proud to have the largest Somalian. Look at their nation. Look how bad their nation is. It's not even a nation. It's just people walking around killing each other. Look, these Somalians have taken billions of dollars out of our country. They've taken billions and billions of dollars. They have a representative, Ilhan Omar, who they say married her brother. It's a fraud. She tries to deny it now, but you can't really deny it because, you know, it just happened. She shouldn't be allowed to be a congresswoman, and I'm sure people are looking at that. And she should be thrown the hell out of our country. And most of those people, they have destroyed Minnesota, okay? Minnesota, you have an incompetent governor. You have a crooked governor. He's crooked as hell, but he's incompetent. Walz he should be ashamed. That beautiful land, that beautiful state, it's a hellhole right now. And the Somalians should be out of here. They've destroyed our country. And all they do is complain. You have her. She's always talking about the Constitution provides me with... go back to your own country and figure out your Constitution. All she does is complain about this country. And without this country...
She have it so well here, and she's still complaining. You can't please these people. It's like trying to please a woman, right? And she is a woman. You're in a marriage, right? The America is married to this Ilhan Omar female, right? She complained about the Constitution. You change it to fit her. She complained of tax money. You give her more tax dollars. She complained about everything, and you give it to her, and it only makes her worse. Because you're trying to please evil. You're trying to please the devil. And how can you please the devil? Well, you can't. You can't. Because the more you please evil, the more evil drags you down with it. and the more worse it gets.
Country, she would not be in very good shape. She probably wouldn't be alive right now. So Somalia is considered by many to be the worst country on earth. I don't know. I haven't been there. I won't be there anytime soon. I hope. But what the Somalian people have done to Minnesota is not even believable. It's not even believable. And a lot of it starts with the governor. A lot of it starts with Barack Hussein Obama, because that's when people started coming in. And you have to have people come in that are going to love our country, cherish our country. They want to kiss our country goodnight. They talk about our country. We want them to pray for our country. This is not the people living in Minnesota. And she's a disaster. She should not be, and her friends shouldn't be allowed. Frankly, they shouldn't even be allowed to be congresspeople. Okay?
Mayor of Minneapolis.
You know, I think there's a clip. I might have it, but it's somewhere far, where, you know, there's a police chief in Somalia, right? There's a police chief in Minnesota, right? And they're talking about their people and their work for Somalians and all of these things. And I'm like, that's kind of crazy. That's kind of crazy, right? Because this is America. It's white people build this place. It's a white country, you know, and the whites were so generous that they actually, you know, buy the blacks. The blacks were able to come here and made a life. But the blacks are complaining about slavery and all of that, not realizing that they're in one of the greatest country in the world, because everyone is trying to get in, but yet they're complaining that, oh, you bought us as slave. And I'm like, this is ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Even in the Bible, they had slaves, right? And you had good slave masters, and you had bad slave masters. And it's good against evil. And it's always been that way, and it's still that way, right? But I'm trying to find this video where, you know, they're talking about the cop is Somalia. Guys, what the? I'm yawning. I mean, I was at work early this morning, actually. I went into work early. Kind of makes sense. I got up really earlier than I normally do, so it makes sense that I'm like kind of tired. But it doesn't seem like I have it. Let's see if I can YouTube it. Doesn't seem like it popped up. I know I saw it on Instagram, but I don't know where it is now. Whatever. Okay, let's move on. All right, so, you know, we got Mayor Frey responding to Donald Trump comments, right, about Somalians and Minnesota overrun with Minnesota being overrun by Somalians, right? And we want to see how beta this guy is. I didn't even fully watch the clip, right? But we're about to see how beta this guy is. Where's he? What the? Wait, what? Do I not know how to use my thing? Why can't I extend the clip?
We've just seen Minneapolis Mayor Jacob Frey take the podium. So we're going to switch over for a moment here to the multi-faith press conference showing support for the Somali community.
Bro, it's crazy that all news anchors are females this day. Most of them. It's ridiculous.
Listen in.
Backgrounds, ethnicities, and mentalities. But what you also see is
that's a lot of Muslim guys, right?
A visual representation of love, of resilience.
Love. What is this guy talking about? Where does he get love from? Emotional, mushy things? That's what he's calling love?
And of strength. What you see is a visual representation of we have your back, and when you come for one of us, you come for all of us. We reject the hateful rhetoric of Donald Trump, but I don't want to focus on him. I want to focus on who we are as a people in Minneapolis. We are a people of 1,000 different backgrounds. We are a people where our Somali Americans have come to Minneapolis, in many cases, decades.
How can you be Somali Americans? That doesn't make sense. It's either you're American or you're Somalian. Like, what is this guy even talking about?
Ago. And I said Somali Americans very intentionally.
It's like black Americans. Are you, like, what?
They are American.
African American, I should say.
Yes. Right. They are one of us. They are part of our family. They are part of the fabric that makes Minneapolis a better place. They are doctors and lawyers. They are bankers and real estate agents. They are the people that have helped our city rise in every respect. And what you got to know is that we're going to stand by them in every respect. Right. And so I wanted also just to take a moment to speak to someone that maybe has never been to Minneapolis before. Maybe you've never met a Somali person before. Maybe you're from Middle America or a rural town. Maybe you're a white guy like me. I don't want you to just think about somebody else's family or somebody else's faith. I want you to think about your own family and your own faith.
What does that have to do with anything? Is he, like, where is he getting at with this, right?
I want you to think about what you were doing just a few days ago on Thanksgiving.
He wants you to be in your imagination. He wants you to be emotional. So it separates you from seeing this guy's evil. And it seems like he's good at it. I mean, all evil people are good at it. They're good at deceiving, conniving, making you emotional, taking you away from the truth. They want you in your imagination. Why would I want to think about my family? So I can feel and have compassion for them. Is that where he's getting at with this?
You had loved ones sitting around the table. Maybe you carved the turkey. Maybe you provided some words of wisdom to your daughter. Maybe the next day you dropped her off at daycare. These are the beautiful moments that every family should be able to cherish. Now picture if you were suddenly extracted from that family that you love.
Oh, here we go. He makes you emotional so he can manipulate you and control you. What an evil, manipulative, emotional guy. He's evil. This guy is evil.
If you were taken away to who knows where.
Listen, man, if you're in a country and you're illegally, if you're Muslim and you don't conform to a Christian nation, get out. Get out, because we're actually going to show you love. We're going to show you love. We're going to treat you correctly, and we're going to ship you back home. Right? Because you don't love America. If you love America, the country that is so great and wonderful, and give you this opportunity, you'd actually want to take care of the country. Right? But no. You want your Somalian belief that this country is not built off. You run away from that Somalian belief to get a better life. And here you are getting a better life, and you want to bring the destruction, the craziness, this belief, which is evil, because God, I don't know which God they're serving, but something is wrong here. All that belief that you think you want to bring it here to the country that is prospering without that belief. You want this country to be like the one you're trying to run away from. Isn't that crazy? And this guy, why does he hate himself? Why does he hate his people? Why? Because mama made you emotional. Mama made you, oh, you need to help people. You need to make people feel good. He's just like his mother. He's building an army. He's building an army. He's getting you to be emotional with him. He's getting you to cater to his feeling. He's getting you to be in your imagination so you can be relatable to him. Because guess what? If people are not emotionally, they think that you have to be emotionally to feel someone else's pain and to feel what they're going through and to imagine what they're going through, and so you can have empathy and compassion and feel for them. You're one with evil. You're one with the devil. And this guy is the leader. He's an agent of evil. That's what he is.
Who would your daughter learn from?
Who would your daughter learn from? Oh my God, if I was in a situation and I get taken away from my daughter, we don't care, because guess what? You broke the law. You're not integrating in this country. You're not making the country better. You're taking away from the country. No, you're leaving. We don't want you here. We really don't want you here. And I don't care. You can dislike me. You can disagree with what I'm saying, but it's true. But it's like, who's gonna raise your daughter? Oh, mama. Mama get you to be emotional. And here we have a male that has not overcome his mother. He hates God. He hates his country. And he hates his father. That's crazy.
Would carve that turkey? How would that family ever be whole again?
You know what? We can send the entire family back so they can be old. How about that? We send back the entire family so they can be old, right? That works, right? So they don't have to, the carving of the turkey can happen and the entire family is there. How about that, right?
Well, let me tell you, the families and the people that are standing around me are a whole lot like that. They're full of people that love each other, that cherish one another. And so I invite you.
Love one another, cherish each other. What does that even mean? What do you mean by love and cherish? So you only love them when they agree with you, but when they disagree with you, you turn against them and you have no love for them? How is that love? How it's like a woman and a man and a male, a female and a male in a relationship, and you're pleasing her, making her happy, and once you do something she does not like, she judges you for it, and all hell breaks loose because you stop making her feel good. You have to continuously making her feel good, and when you make her feel bad, she get angry. She get angry at you and she blames you for the anger, right? Which you have nothing to do with. This is what this guy is doing. He's blaming you for trying to send these people away back to their country because maybe they're contributing. Some of them are contributing by working, but listen, you don't accept the value and the so-called beliefs that this country is built off of. So guess what? No, we're gonna send your entire family back so you can be with them for Thanksgiving, and you won't have to miss your daughter and raise her. You don't have to miss any of that, right? You don't have to miss any of that. You will be there with her. How about that, huh? That's
Come
crazy.
to Minneapolis. We'll welcome you in. We'll share a meal. And every one of us needs to be standing up against this hateful rhetoric, because indeed, when you come from one of us, you come for all of us. We can.
Now he's using all these people that he's getting emotional, all these Muslim and Somalian, because that's what's gonna keep him in power. The emotional drag of people, right? That's what's gonna get you.
Be a whole lot more
Get him to
unified than some people in the White House would have you think. Words of division are not going to work here. Words of love will make us whole. We care about you.
Words of love. This guy have no love. He wouldn't even know love if love slapped him in the face.
We love you. All our Somali community is asking for, all our diverse communities throughout Minneapolis are asking for, is that kind of love and respect in return. And so indeed the tides.
What is respect? What is this love? You see, he only loves you when you respect him. He only loves you when you don't disrespect his pride and his ego. But if you disrespect his pride and ego, there's no love there, right? He's gonna defend his pride, his ego, this persona, this showcase persona that he's displaying to you, right? Which is ridiculous.
Are turning at this very moment. The shift of mentality, a shift towards love can happen right here in the Twin Cities, right here in Minneapolis. We can be that special beacon of hope because no matter what happens at the federal level, no matter what comes out of Donald Trump's mouth, let's show everybody what America is about. And America looks like this. It's about all.
That's ridiculous. Yo, this guy have no love for these people. He really doesn't love them. He doesn't love them. He just wants to use them. That's my background. He just wants to use them. He's using them to stay in power, to get their vote. And that's all it is, right? And I'm going to show you.
And this is what
I'm going to show you something. I'm going to show you something. I'm just searching for it. You know, this is not planned. This is on the fly with this one. But I think this clip is really important to display this emotional feeling that this guy's over here talking about. This feel good, want to help someone, to help these people so he can feel good about himself. So he can, you know, have this persona and display that he knows people like to see. He knows it. He knows people like to see it. And and you know what? It's because people love to feel. People love their emotions. People love their emotions. And that's what gets people in trouble, their emotions. Because the moment you're emotional, you're lost. The moment you think about yourself, the moment you think about someone disrespecting you, not respecting you, the moment you do that, you're thinking about yourself, and there's no one there to think about, right? There's really no one there to think about, but you've attached yourself to this false nature, this ego, right? That you built your entire life revolve around, and someone's gonna disrespect it, and you feel the need to defend it. And the moment you think about yourself and to defend it, you're lost. You're a lost cause. But because now you're being controlled and ruled over by anger. by your emotions. Evil spirit that have made a home inside of you, because it's gonna get you to do things that you would normally do, but you're angry and you're in your emotions, so you feel the need to defend yourself, right? So you're gonna do it. The pride and the ego. Pride and the ego. It's messed up. And I'm trying to find a clip where it's such a great example, right?
Do you know who he is?
I have other sheep that are not of this fold.
It's ridiculous how good this clip display it, right? Sort of to give me, be patient, okay, be patient. We're here relaxing, we're enjoying the stream, because guess what? This is where you get to look within. Because guess where the kingdom of heaven is? It's within. Ooh, I found it. So just relax. Take a chill pill, you know, for the millions of viewers that are watching this stream, right? I got something good for you, right? Ooh, it's too big. Too big. So I want you to take a minute, relax, and we're about to enjoy this little nice little clip here that I've put together, right? Can we see it? All right, here we go.
Ow, Ima.
Oh, hush.
Ow, Ima.
Oh, hush, you're fine.
This reminds me of when things were simple.
They weren't always simple. We struggled. Some nights your father and I would have to make a decision which one of us would eat.
I know. It was important to learn the uncertainty of poverty. My followers, they are poor in another sense. Their way of understanding, listening, of faith, destitute, I'm afraid. They ask for earthly things, positions of prestige on my right hand and left, in glory. They take offense when I show humility and deference to the powers of this world instead of turning the Roman soldiers into pillars of salt.
They're only human. What did you expect?
Also human. Ow.
No way. It was the other clip. I messed up again. Man, there's so many of these clips. It's similar. It's the same clip, but it's clipped up, right? So it's clipped. So it's next to it. Oh, here we go. Here we go. So there was the one next to it. Here we go. Here we go. I mean, that clip was good too. I mean, I could have go over it, but whatever. The time will come when I need to go over that clip.
What grieves me is the very human feeling.
Right. What grieves me, you know, is the very human feeling, right? Right?
That no one understands.
That no one understands. No one understands the human feeling, right? Right?
This, by no fault of their own.
No fault of their own, because they're being controlled. No fault of their own. They're being controlled and they don't even realize it, right? By their own feelings, right?
They're simply incapable. I speak the words of my Father in heaven, and the religious leaders call it blasphemy and plot against me.
Exactly. Because when Jesus is preaching the word to them, they take offense to it. He's telling them the truth and saying he's speaking blasphemy, because guess what? Jesus wants the people to be free, not have religious leaders and these government and mayors, which, I mean, I guess you need government and mayors, but you need the right people in power. You need these right people in power. But guess what? Because the people themselves are no good, they vote in no good people in power. And it's just a cycle, because they're not learning, right? They're not learning, like, these people are evil that you're voting in. Take a look at yourself so you can work on yourself. So then you can actually make a change by voting in people that wants to protect the country, right? Because that's why these government are in place, right? Right?
And the religious leaders call it blasphemy and
Because guess what? When these people can think and they're free for themselves, well, you're not free. Really, you're never going to be free, right? It's either you're influenced by good or you're influenced by evil. But when you're free, you're influenced by good, right? These people don't want you to be free because guess what? Who will they be without the sheep, their blind sheep that's going to keep them in power? Who are they going to be? They won't have a job, right? So it's all about themselves to stay in power. That's it. That's really it. That's really what it is, right?
plot against me. Some people just generally take it the wrong way. My own followers say they agree, but then they act in a way that makes it seem like they've never absorbed a word that I've said.
What will it take for them to understand?
Bitter.
What?
It's a bitter answer to a bitter question.
Remember when your father taught you how to cut a dovetail joint? He didn't do it by telling you a story. Put his hands on your hands, wrapped your fingers around the tools, and guided you.
Cypress, oak, sycamore, these obey the master's hand. But human hearts, that's another story. The human desire to avoid difficult news sometimes makes one deaf. What grieves me is the
Jesus was even rebuking his own mother, which was ridiculous. Imagine his mother was like, listen, she said something about what will make them better, right?
Do it by telling you a story.
He's like,
it's a bitter answer to a bitter question.
Understand?
Bitter.
What? Understand?
Seem like they've never absorbed a word that I've said.
What will it take for them to understand?
Bitter.
better. That's what will get them to understand. They becoming better. They're sick. They need to be better. They need to heal. They need to be better, right?
It's a bitter answer to a bitter question.
It's a better answer to a better question, right? Jesus is rebuking his own mother. He's like, what will make them better? Or what will... I can't even remember what was the question she asked. What's the question?
Word that I've said.
What will it take for them to understand?
What will it take for them to understand? Right? Better. When they get better, they will understand because they're sick, right? Jesus is literally rebuking his mother. Better. Like, it's ridiculous, right? Isn't that crazy?
It's a bitter answer to a bitter question.
Remember when your father...
And then she's trying to play mama, right? When your father wanted you to learn, right? He put his hand on your hand and show you, right? Which is ridiculous.
He taught you how to cut a dovetail joint. He didn't do it by telling you a story. Put his hands on your hands, wrapped your fingers around the tools, and guided you.
Cypress, oak, sycamore, these obey the master's hand. But human hearts, that's another story.
The human heart is another story. Listen, even Jesus know he can't save. Even Jesus know he can't save these people. Even though he was sent to save these people from their sins, he wipe the sins away. They're all gone. But these people are still living in sin. They're living in their feelings. These feelings that human beings don't understand, right? And it's not their fault that they don't understand, because they're being controlled by evil. They're living their thoughts and imagination, and they're not realizing that they're unconscious, and the thoughts and imagination give you things to go off on, and you listen to it, and it gives you a great feeling, and you go and do it. And then you end up and it's never right. It always leads you to do what you don't want to do, lead you to think things should go how you want it, and when it doesn't go how you want it, you're mad and you get upset, and you're like, God is not helping me. How can God help you when you're serving the devil? And then you're like, oh, this is not how I want it to go. And if the person that you're working with are doing it is not doing it how you think it should go or how you want it to go, you're mad at them. Living in hell. You're living in hell, man. You're planning, and while you're planning, Satan is laughing at you and having a time because he's leading you to fail. It's ridiculous. I mean, when I was starting to understanding these things, I kind of tested out myself. And when I think about myself and think how I wanted things to get done, it always lead to the wrong outcome because I'm forcing things to happen. It's like having a mother, you know. You're at home with your mother, and your mother tells you, go clean your room or go do this, go do that, right? I mean, you should clean your room, but you didn't do it right away. And because she didn't do it when she tells you to do it or how you should do it or this way that she thinks it should be done, she gets mad at you. She gets mad at you. And you taking on that same reaction, that same spirit, and as an adult or a teenager or a younger kid, you develop into her, you become just like her, and you end up doing the same thing. And because your father is not with God, he's not strong enough to protect you from your mother, you become just like her. And when things doesn't go with you, you get mad, frustrated, and angry, just like how she would. And then you spiral, which is kind of, it's ridiculous, right?
Human desire to avoid difficult news sometimes makes one deaf. What?
Yeah, that happens. People don't want to hear difficult news. They would rather rebel and get angry at it. Because you tell them the truth. Jesus tell the Pharisees the truth. They get angry and upset at it because they don't want to hear the truth. You hurt their feelings, you hurt their ego, you hurt their pride. We are the one that is permitted to teach and lead these people, lead the Jews. But yet you yourself is leading yourself, which means you're off your devil the father, you're off your father the devil, which is evil, and you're leading these people that you think you should lead into hell because who is leading you? Evil. And because you yourself wants a leader, which God said trust no man, the heart is wicked, you trust a man to lead you, and guess what? You shall get, you will get what you want because you want a male or you want a man to lead you. You're looking for a king and you got one. You're looking for a leader and you will get one, right? When your leader is God, look to God for leading. That's who's your leader. Christ is the way because he came and shows how we should live, and Christ is of his Father, God. So it's ridiculous. It's craziness out here. And these males that you just saw, what's his name? Jacob Frey. He's led by his mother. He's led by feelings. And women are evil. They're so evil, it's ridiculous to see how evil they are, right? He's led by his mother. His mother imposed her will onto him, and he's just like his mother now. And he's out here being a leader. What did the scripture says? It says something like it says something about the children shall grow up to be oppressors of society and of nations because they're still oppressed by their mothers. The scripture said it, and you can see it happening right in front of us. These leaders, led by their emotional and led by their feelings and emotions, they're out here leading. And people are voting for them. It's ridiculous because the people's hearts are wicked. There's nothing good about their hearts. Nothing. Not one drop of love. Not one drop of iota. Nothing. Nada. Right? Oh, there it is. Nothing. And that's why society is going down the drain. Down the drain. But guess what? There's a world that is free from all of this. You will be in the world, but you'll be free. You will be in the world, but the world won't even be able to touch you. Right? Because there was a way that was made. And I have a great example for you regarding how evil people are. This actually ties in so well I can't even complain. It's like the Father. It's like the Father is helping me with this life, right? He's guiding me in such a way that everything is just being tied in so perfectly, you know? It's ridiculous.
President Trump just announcing the...
It's ridiculous. And I'm about to show you how crazy people are. I'm about to show you how ridiculous and evil people are. Where's the short one? I'm pretty sure I found the clip earlier. I need to react to that guy thing. I think that's gonna be its own thing, because it's like a 1 hour thing. Here we go. What the? What's happening? Why is it not coming up? It comes up, but it's a longer clip that I don't want. And then it comes up as a short, so I don't want the shorts either.
We tried every possible. We tried every.
It was a dizzying day within the Southeastern Conference. They often are.
Okay,
but I understand.
It's in my issue. Let me pull up my issue then, because I don't know why the clip is not pulling up properly. Yeah, here we go. It's right here. I don't know why it wasn't pulling up properly. Okay. So regarding my little rant there, you know what I'm saying? Check this out. Check this out. This is ridiculous. This is all for the thrill of it, right? This guy, what's his name? Lane, what's his name? Let me see. Lane Coffin, right? Or Kiffin, however it's pronounced, right? Famous baseball or football coach, something along those lines, right? He's in this area. Forgot whatever team. I don't watch sports. I don't really care for this. I don't care for sports. But it's a great example to show you how evil people are. All for the thrill of it, right? He's working with this team. He's coaching this team. He's been there for 8 years. Done a very good job. They're 7th place in the world. They're placed 7th place in the world, right? That's a great accomplishment. But he was offered $91 million to switch to another team. Who wouldn't take $91 million, right? So he's switching to a new team, and his fans are upset that he's switching to a new team. It's like you're married to a woman, right? And you do something she doesn't like, because you've been pleasing her for your entire life. Your entire life, you worship her, you please her, you made her feel good. And then one time you decide to do something for yourself. The one time you decide to do something for yourself, she's upset and she's mad. And she even wants to kill you for it. Because you're not pandering to her feelings. These are his fans, right? These fans that claim they love him, they care for him. But once you disagree with them, all hell breaks loose. And it's all for the thrill of it. They're all about themselves. They never loved this guy. There was no love there, because how can you claim you love someone, but once they do something you don't like, you disagree with them, you're angry at them, and you want them to please you. You just want to control them. That's all you want. All for the thrill of it. They never loved this guy. There was no love there. Right? And the only reason this person make you feel some type of way, you've made him your God. You have made this male, this creature that was created by the Creator, you're worshiping him. You're worshiping him. You have made him your king. You have made this person, Lane or whatever his name is, you have made him your God. Because someone should not be able to leave a team and do whatever they want with their life, and you're upset about it. You have made them your God. But check this out. This is ridiculous.
Ole Miss coach Lane Kiffin announcing he's taking his talents across the SEC to LSU, leaving the 7th-ranked team in the nation for its conference rival just before playoffs are set to begin. Ole Miss fans letting him hear it as he departed from the Oxford airport.
Isn't that ridiculous? These are fans that say they love him.
Kiffin's new contract, a 7-year deal worth at least $91 million, that according to ESPN. At his introductory press conference today, he talked about how he needed a police escort just to leave the state of Mississippi.
So many people get emotional, like that, and they change like that because we spent 6 years there, and that airport scene and Knox and I driving and people trying to run us off the road, man, and the things they said to us.
For more Front Office Sports, host Baker Machado.
Bro, that's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. That is ridiculous. Bro, that is ridiculous. But the key word here, he said, listen, people get emotional. They switch like that, right? What would cause someone to hate this man so much, but say they love him because they're their biggest fan, but once he does something you don't agree with, you want to go run him off the road because you're like, he betrayed you, He's supposed to be there for you. He's supposed to be your friend. He's supposed to do all of these things. And this is how you treat your friends. This is how you treat your family. This is how you treat your wife. So you treat your boyfriend. This is how you treat everyone. And this is every human being. Once you stop catering to their feelings and making them feel good, their emotions get switched on. They're already emotional, right? And you're evil for pandering to their emotion and catering to them. You're evil. You've made them your God because they control you, right? And here he is saying, yo, I had to get a police escort because they almost run me off the road. What would get that person to go and want to kill this guy? Just because the guy is switching teams, bro. Just because the guy's getting $91 million. Listen, the guy that's running him off the road, if he was in this guy's position, $91 million, he would have done the same thing. But yet he hates him for it, which is kind of crazy, right? All for the thrill of it. All for the thrill of it, bro. All because you're driven by your emotions. And those emotions cause you to go do crazy, evil things, right? Look in your family, look in your own circle, look at people around you, right? Once they get emotional, they do dumb stuff, they say dumb stuff, they try to attack you, they try to use words to get you angry because the evil inside of them, once the evil that you're keeping in bay inside of you because you're working on yourself, right? They want the evil that's there to react inside of you, to react outside of you, right? Which is ridiculous. So it's two evil wants to fight each other to keep chaos on the earth, right? That's how it works, right? But when you're able to just sit back and watch the evil in people work, you're just laughing and you're like, bro, what is happening here? And you will have love for them, and you will actually understand them because you see that you're overcoming that same evil, and you will just have love for them because you understand that they can't help themselves. It's evil. It's the evil that is inside of them that is controlling them, and that's what happened with Christ when he was dying on the cross. You know that it wasn't them. That's why I said, Father, forgive them. They know not what they do, because that anger, that emotion that people don't understand, that human feeling, and not of their own fault, that is what is controlling them, right? That's what you need to die from. That's the ego, that's the pride, because look, you have this self-image that you create, this personality, you go crazy at your job just so you can get validated and feel good about yourself, and your coworker that just came in the office disrespect you, and you're like, who is this person? He just started. I've worked here for what, 10, 15 years. I've built this. I've built this. you merely adopted this, something along those lines with that guy, which is ridiculous, right? And now you feel hurt, and now you want to get revenge. Now you need to teach him a lesson, because you're thinking of yourself, and by thinking of yourself that doesn't exist, it's the spirits that have made a home inside of you. Now you're thinking of yourself. The thoughts is giving you ideas, right? The thoughts are giving you ideas to go and do, right? And then you feel good about it. You feel so good. It's like a thrill. You feel so good. It's like, oh yeah. And you're planning it out, right? And you're looking at the outcome. But the outcome is never what you want it to be, because when you're doing it to someone else, you're literally doing it to yourself, because you're going deeper into hell, and you may hurt that person. Right? Just like you almost run this guy off the road, you have to get police escort. You may hurt that person, but in the end, if he did kill this guy, he would have been in jail. So he's doing it to himself, which is ridiculous, right? All for the thrill. Also, he can feel good about doing evil and not realizing that evil is controlling you. Which is crazy, right? Which is crazy. And that's all human beings. Every single human being you can think of, they're evil, because they're controlled by their emotions. Unless you're working on yourself, right? Right? It's ridiculous.
Whilst preparing to bring justice.
That's actually funny, right? Well, so you merely adapted the dark. I was born in it. When I saw the light, I was a man, or something along those lines. That's kind of crazy. That's actually crazy. I like that line. And I think we covered pretty much everything I wanted to cover today. Now we're just, loosey-goosey at the end of it. But, since we're at the end of it, let's get deep. I guess we can get deep with the end of it too. There's something that I like this so much. It's kind of crazy.
How can we have
Do I get copyright for this? Hopefully not. I like this, right? This is Itachi Uchiha.
Being the best isn't all it's cracked up to be. When you have power, you become arrogant and isolated from the world.
Interesting. But let's skip to the part that I'm trying to... I like this part.
Look at you now, Look at you now, groveling in the dirt, obsessed with the organization, obsessed with the clan, obsessed with our lineage. A worthless compulsion that enslaves us. All it does is limit our capabilities. And that in turn leads us to fear what you don't understand. I have had enough of this. There's no hope left for this pathetic clan. The people of this clan are all the same. You focus on the trivial and lose sight of what's most important. Change is impossible in this fog of ignorance. How can we evolve when regulation is the only thing we've ever known?
Yo, that is so deep. That is so deep, man. It's crazy because people are obsessed with their ethnic, their background. You're black, you're white, your religion, and your rules, all this traditional stuff. It limits you. It limits you to... And it separates you from God. So he's right about that. This one is deep too. This part is so deep.
Each of us lives dependent and bound by our individual knowledge and...
Ooh, by your individual knowledge, man. That's crazy, right? Because you think because you read a book. This is the way of thinking. You're enlightened now. You have all of this knowledge. But that same knowledge separates you from God, right?
Our awareness, all that is what we call reality. However, both knowledge and awareness are equivocal.
Yeah, both knowledge and awareness is equivocal because you're open to your own interpretation. You're open to your own interpretation. Which is why we have people fighting against each other on their beliefs. We have people fighting because this is the way of thinking. You think your way is the only way of thinking, right? It's this way. The mother is like, no, do it this way. I have the knowledge, and that knowledge separates you from God because you think you know what's right. You think you know what to do, when really you need to see what to do. It's the thinking that is causing you to do these crazy things, and it's the thinking that's separating you because you're eating from the tree of knowledge. You're eating from the serpent. The devil feeds you and you follow him. You're separated from God. And he has knowledge, and now you're both fighting each other. And what is true and what is wrong and what is right, when really both of you are blind and you have no idea what is true or what is right, because there's only one truth. But you think the knowledge that you have is truth. It's ridiculous. And that knowledge is causing chaos on earth, right?
One's reality might be another's illusion.
All illusion fighting illusions.
We all live inside our own fantasies. We don't understand.
Yeah, we all live in our own fantasies. We all live in our own imagination. And we think that's living. You're actually dying. There's no life there. Because you're caught up in your head.
Me. You don't even understand yourself. You're just a thug who got lost in the mist.
Itachi is, I never, as a kid, when I watched Naruto, I didn't realize how amazing Itachi is. It's only as an adult, like I like him some point in my 20s, but I really, really, really getting to understand how deep this guy was, And a lot of people like deep thinkers and people that are deep, but it's not always true to always like people that are deep, because people that are deep are intellectuals. They become intellectual people, and intellectual people thinks, and thinking separates you from God. It literally does, right? Because you get yourself in a situation and you want to think your way out of the situation. And then instead of having a way to see, and thinking is a setup from the devil, and you think your way into another problem, right? And that's how it works. And then the devil sit back and laugh at you, and then you judge yourself because it didn't go the way you planned it. It didn't go the way you planned it. And now you're mad and you're still stuck with evil, which is ridiculous, right? But I think this was an amazing stream, man. I think this was an amazing stream. I enjoyed this stream today. It's not like I don't ever enjoy my streams, but this one was... I saw something really different today. I saw something really different today. And I appreciated it. Really, I really do appreciate it. Which I can only give thanks to the Father. The little background, we're chilling. It's cold outside, so I'm like, let's have a cozy background because it's winter now. It's a cold day today outside. I'm like, let's keep it chill. We got our little husky in the background. We got our Christmas tree. Santa brought us some present that we have not opened yet. We got a little fireplace going, a little blanket, chairs, some little snacks, some books. We don't read them, but we collect them because we ain't trying to be intellectuals around here. You know what I'm saying? And it's good. We don't try to love the dog because dog can't give you love. But we appreciate a dog, you know? And we live alone. We live alone because we're not out here searching for a female to find love. We're not out here looking for that because it doesn't exist, you know? Female, they don't have love to give. Where do they get it from? The devil? I don't want that type of love. That's emotionally manipulative, controlling love. We don't want that. So we live alone, you know, and if we're supposed to get a female, it will happen naturally, you know what I'm saying? But we're living life, because life is amazing, right? And we're just chilling, you know? And we got a photo here of Winter. We got a photo of Winter outside of our front yard entrance. Just kind of crazy. Sounds like we're living lavish. Looks like we're living lavish here. You know, we're living lavish, right? And we ain't gonna build an identity off our lavishness, but we're still gonna enjoy it because life was made to enjoy and not identify with it, right? That's what we're doing. But man, we may do a stream tomorrow, Friday. I don't know, because I got some edits to do, but we'll see. We'll see. We maybe do a late night stream. Not too long, because this is what, 2 hours something? You know, we'll see. You know, we're not going to plan. We'll have a way to see. And that's how we roll. You know what I'm saying? But thanks for watching, man. We appreciate everyone tuning in, trying to get that wisdom. You know, find back that way to the Father. We appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? We do appreciate it. Where's my music? What the? It's playing. I have no idea where it went. Oh, here we go. Alright, man. Peace out, and we'll catch you in the next one. You know, peace in the Middle East. And if not, at least in your hearts. But most don't want it. So, whatever. Shout out. We love the Muslim if we love anyone. And we love the females too. If we love anyone, we love the females. Just saying, man. Shout out. We'll catch you in the next one, man.